Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, polo fans around the world, either watching here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club or online on Polo Line TV. Welcome to the final day of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. We have the first game today will be the subsidiary final, which is Bin Dry Polo versus El Basha Polo. We'll get underway fairly shortly. We'll do a presentation of the teams when they are ready. Quite a little bit of a cloudy day with quite a breeze today. These teams have been playing for 2 weeks and we're down to the last 4. My name's Tim Ward. I'll be your commentator for the day. Thank you very much for coming and watching. Everybody, let's hear it from the sidelines, supporting your favorite teams. So, let's have a look at the teams we've got here for the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup final day. For Bin Dry, we're going to announce the teams shortly. They'll line up on the far side, but we've got Santos Solari, Facundo Kelly, Rashid Bin Dry and Kian Hall, 12-goal team, taking on El Basha, which is Hani Jabsheh, Federico Pereja Iraola, Ricardo Garros, and Thomas Williams. That's a 13-goal team because Thomas Williams was risen to 5 goals mid-season, which means El Basha will start with half a goal. Do follow us online. Social media pages at Polo Line TV. We've got Instagram, Polo Line OK. Facebook is Polo Line Int, and YouTube, Polo Line TV. It's a great place to watch all the games, keep up with what's going on around the world, with interviews, highlights. So our professional umpires out there, umpire Peter Wright and Howard Smith. They're from England and they do all the high goal around the world. Some of the best umpires in the world out there controlling the game today. And the third man is Santiago Torregueta. So the last players are making it onto the field. They're going to line up with the umpires and we'll announce them one by one. And do also download our app, Polo Line TV, where you can watch all the games live. So here we go. We're going to introduce the players one by one to the terrace here for the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial is the #1 choice of UAE investors. As the last player comes onto the field, we'll start off with the boys in white. That is the Bin Dry Polo team. Playing at #1 is Santos Salari. Let's hear it for Santos. And playing at #2, he's the piloto, works for the Bin Dry team. It is Facundo Kelly. In at #3, one of the owners of the team, Rashid Bin Dry. And at the back at #4, the Englishman, Kian Hall. So for El Basha in the blue and pink, at #1, the owner of the team, Hani Jabshi. At #2, Federico Pereja Iraola. And at #3, with the silky skills, Aiti Garos. And at the back, the powerhouse of the team, Thomas Williams. Okay, so we'll spend the first 2 chuckers throwing in from this side. The second 2 chuckers, they'll throw in from the middle on the terrace side. Some horses to look out for. Aiti Garos is on Hamas. Thomas Williams is on Chimantera. Facundo Kelly on Azucena. Santos Solari is on Sia. And Kian Hall on Arondano. Hani Jabche on a horse called Vero. Right, so these teams, they had a win and a loss in their qualification games, which means they went through to the shootout for the last place, and they earned themselves a place in the subsidiary semi-final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Kian Hall riding Arondano, hits a beauty up to the field. Facundo Kelly's trying to run round his man, but Aiti Garos gets the better of him, rides him off. Still they push forward here, but Thomas Williams on that little horse he's got, Chimantera. Only small, but does a lot of work for him. Turns the ball, and it could be that the Bin Dry player came over and stepped over the line of the ball when he went to hit. So most of the fouls, 99% of the fouls that you will see today are when one player crosses over the line of the ball, of when there's a player riding down the line, the direction the ball is hit. An opposing player is not allowed to cross in front of him or step over the ball. He's allowed to hook the opposition stick. He's allowed to push his horse over shoulder to shoulder. He can play on both sides of the horse, offside and near side, the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the horse. But he's not allowed to cross over. It's like pulling in front of someone on a road. You can't do so. So a hit from the middle, 5B, Thomas Williams on that little horse, Chimantera. Takes one step, tap forward. He has to go back to collect this again. Solari's putting the pressure. He's got to hit this. He has hit it nicely up to the front. There's a couple of blue and pink shirts there, but the defense of Bin Dry is good. And it's turned by Rashid Bin Dry, owner of the team, 2-goal player, one of the best UAE polo players there is. looking for his place to play in the World Cup next year. Rashid bin Dry now coming across the middle of the field, collects it, leaves that one behind, and well, El Basha now with a chance. Federico plays it backhand, doesn't get through to his man. It's intercepted by Facundo Kelly. He's backed up well by Kian Hall. And the bin Dry boys with Kian Hall here on Arondano. This big black gelding horse comes charging through the goal like a wrecking ball. Kian Hall puts it through early on and takes bin Dry into the lead. So the ball is back. And this time El Basha have picked it up quickly. Oh, there's another foul there. So it'll be a hit from the middle for the El Basha Polo team in the blue and pink, taken by Thomas Williams. He plays a nice pass to Aiti Garros. Garros is under a lot of pressure. You see how Facundo Kelly could not cut him front, but he could certainly ride him off, go shoulder to shoulder. And they've got possession of the ball, the white team. That's bin Dry, and that's a nice 1-2 up to Rashid up at the front, who's found some space. Oh, it's Kian Hall, sorry. Kian Hall has some time here, head down. He's under pressure now, flicks it up in the air, heading toward the goal at 100 miles an hour. Eventually he gets stopped, and Thomas Williams picks it up on Kimantera. The little mare he's got, smallest horse on the field, but doing a lot of work, like I said. Federico's in there for El Basha. It looks like bin Dry have got the steal again, this time with Facundo Kelly. He's heading down toward the goal very quickly. He's found an opening here. They won't catch him, and bin Dry have come out of the blocks, all guns blazing so far. Another goal on the board. This time, Facundo Kelly. So they'll blow the whistle here halfway through the first chukka. Every game, of course, is 4 chukkas long. And at the halfway point of each chukka, the whistle will blow, the clock will stop, and the players get a chance to change horses, get on some fresh horses if they wish to do so. So we'll line back up, changing ends, of course. After every goal in polo, we change ends. Winning the line out quickly. Oh, but losing it here to that little horse, Kimantera. And Thomas Williams is it at the back. No, he goes over the top. This is Thomas Williams. He gets hooked out, though. A good chance, but no cigar for El Basha. Ball back in the hands of bin Dry with Kian Hall. How's a look on Chocolina? He's riding now with the sheepskin noseband. Followed up by Facundo Kelly. At the moment, the bin Dry team are looking very powerful. There seems to be more of them. They're everywhere. Under the next shot there from Cian Hall, right into the middle of the danger zone. But there in defense this time is Aiti Garros. And he uses his silky skills to take it out of the danger. He's riding a little horse called Gary. This is Gary and Aiti Garros. Garros. Incredible hand-eye coordination skills. Garros, look how quickly he taps the ball, but he's lost it that time, and it's been picked up by Ben Dry and Cian Hall. Cian straightening up toward the goal. Well, it looked like Garros had to clear the road there. He can't be standing in the way. Cian wanted to go for the big shot. There was an El Basha player in front of him, between him and the goal. So instead of firing and risking hitting the horse, the umpires blew the whistle. And it'll be a penalty for Ben Dry. So this one is a 30-yarder. It's undefended, one shot at the goal. Cian Hall, the professional from England, puts it through like the pro he is and extends Ben Dry's lead again. So they'll come back to the middle, change ends again. They've got 90 seconds left of the first chukker. Okay, so they're back in play here. And El Basha need to do something special. They need to make a change here. They've lost it again to the Ben Dry boys. They are relentless in this first chukker. Over the top, and again, there seems to be more of them. Look, 3 against 2 and on the end there. And coming away with it, coming in for the steal was Thomas Williams, but he had to cross the Ben Dry line in the process. So if you're watching online, please let us know. Even if you're here, send us a message on Facebook. We'll give you a shout out. We've got a couple of shout outs to give. Umar Lawal is watching from Nigeria. Mohammed Wakas says hello as well. Let us know where you're watching from. Would be interesting to know. We've got people tuning in from all over the world for these polo line games. So Ben Dry with a commanding lead already in chukker 1, 4.5 to 0, and they've got a 60-yard penalty. So this one is defended. As you can see, the El Basha guys, they can put themselves in the goal mouth and try and bring this one down. Cian Hall doesn't get hold of it too well, so it has been stopped in the middle by Thomas Williams. But Ben Dry haven't finished yet. They've got another touch at it, and they've put it through. My word, that is the perfect start for Ben Dry. They started with the goal and a half due to the handicap differences. They went on to score a whole load more, and we're going to end chukker number 1, 5.5 goals to 0. Eight seconds left. They might get a throw in if no, just out of time, so the whistle blows. End of chukker number 1, and well, El Basha need to have a chat with their coach and their captain. They're going to have to come at this at a different angle, I think. Ben Dry are winning after chukker number 1, 5.5 to El Basha, yet to get off the mark. We'll be back in just a minute.
Navigate winds of change in the investment markets. Make the most of the opportunities. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial is the #1 choice of UAE investors. Here we go. Century Financial subsidiary final, Chukka #2. El Basha with some work to do. They've won that line out, which is good. That's what they need. This is Aiti Garros. They're using his silky skills. Here he comes, trying to get past the man. Doesn't get it, though. Bin Dry stop him in his tracks. Turning it around on the near side is Facundo Kelly. And he puts his horse straight into 5th gear and takes it down the ground. Here he is. What a shot. That's gone high into the sky. It'll land down on about the 60-yard line. Has another shot under the horse's neck, but doesn't get the angle. Well, Santos Solari with that breakaway. They're going to have to watch out here. El Basha need to fix something. Back in play we are. And there's some trouble in the mixer there with Bin Dry getting a little bit frantic, trying to take a shot. They crossed the line clearly of the El Basha team. And so El Basha have a penalty. We'll see where the umpires, they put it down on the halfway line. Shout out to Matias Trillini, watching the final from the Zerate Polo Club, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Century Financial Polo Federation Cup, one of the most prestigious tournaments of the country. And it's the first major tournament of the season. Century Financial, #1 choice of UAE investors. El Basha taking that hit in. Twiddling it through the pack is Thomas Williams. Tap, tap, tap. Eventually gets it stolen, but it's well followed up by Aiti Garros. So they've changed the plan here. They're deciding to hold on to it, try and weave their way through, but it's not easy. The Bin Dry team are all over them, but they've snuck through up at the front and not managed to get the angle. But it was a good effort. Things are looking slightly better for El Basha. Perhaps that was the thing they wanted to change, instead of running, which really suits the Bin Dry boys running. Perhaps holding on to the ball would suit El Basha a little bit more. We've seen a couple of great goals of the El Basha boys block for Aiti, who works his way through. Haven't managed to get off the board yet this game. This is Aiti. Again, he's just hounded by white shirts, and Kian breaks away with the ball, but the whistle blows very soon after. Rebecca and Francois also watching all the way from York, Pennsylvania. Great to have them here. So we're back in play with a hit. It's for Bin Dry. Not what El Basha needed. Bin Dry play that one right up to the front. Still, they're getting hassled here, but was another whistle. Few too many fouls here early on in this Chukka. Well, Ben Drive got another penalty. "30-yarder, Kian Halls will want to take it. Yeah, what a pro, puts it through, another one on the board, 6.5 goals to 0. And Ben Dry have got their eyes on the subsidiary cup final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial, #1 choice of UAE investors. Here we go, ball is back in play. This time, Aiti Garros comes away with it well. Leaves it though, and it's picked up well by Thomas Williams. He then plays the ball and blocks for Aiti. That's a nice play, giving Aiti a bit of space to do what he does best. Still, look at Thomas, blocking for Aiti, giving him room. Aiti's having to try and run round the outside, puts the gas on, plays a shot, doesn't get it into the middle, but the first one back, look how Thomas Williams' horse put the brakes on and turned around 180 degrees very nicely indeed. Spins it around and heads back toward the goal. Goes left, then right. Tries to get it away, and he claims the foul there. Solari was all over him, trying to get the ball. He may have just crossed in front of Williams. So with 3 minutes 37 seconds, we're going to go and change horse. And when we come back, El Basha will most probably have a hit. Looks like it's from the spot. So we'll have a look who's changing. Thomas Williams is going to get on a horse called Kevi Raku. And Aiti Garros getting a horse called Maravija. It is all about the horses. 90% of this game is about the horses. They are the stars of the game as well. And the players and the grooms put so much time and effort. It's basically their entire lives is looking after these horses and making sure that they turn out looking so good, that they're so agile, fast and agile and light in the hand. And we've got some of the best horses in the country playing here in front of us today. Each team or each player will bring out 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 horses for this game. So El Basha having a chat at the back here, making a plan. Having to change their plan. They're going to start from the side here. Just waiting for the last players to get onto their fresh horses and get back onto the field. And let's see if we can see a comeback from El Basha. Ben Dry, always a formidable team to play against. They've been around for many years here in Dubai. They're based here at the Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. There's 3 Ben Dry brothers. They take turns playing in the team. Very well mounted, updating their string every year. El Basha also very well mounted with some fantastic pros. Slightly newer team on the block. They haven't been around as long. It does take some time to establish such an organization. Anyway, the penalty went in favor of Ben Dry, not El Basha, so that drive goes right up to the front, and Rashid slipped his man here. Doesn't get hold of it though. Thomas Williams does. Williams, oh, he's lost it. He's still got it back though. And Aiti Garros comes to help him out. Williams breaks through the 2 wide. shirts and gets away with the ball here. But he's under a lot of pressure. Thomas Williams, he's got 2 players up ahead of him. He decides to go himself. Hani Jabsheh is there to support. Williams says, "It's all right, buddy, I'll go all the way." But he doesn't go all the way. He's well backed up, though, by Federico. Big under the neck shot, but it's hit the man there. It's caught the man. I'm not sure where it got him, but it hit him. He's all right. He's tough. They're built tough, these polo players. You won't last long unless you are tough in this sport. As they say, this game is faster than hockey, rougher than rugby, sexier than golf. And these guys are tough. Here we are. So what do we got? It was a hit there. A bin dry player got hit by the ball. Umpires will decide what to make of it. They've also got the third man, and they've got the use of the VAR replays if they need. Okay, so what do we got? Well, El Basha have been awarded a penalty. So let's see if they can get on the board. They need to get this one. Play, says the umpire. Haiti Garros is the chosen one to take it. Garros, lovely swing, slow swing, but it got caught up in the wind and pulled out to the left-hand side. So yet to get off the mark. Goal stands 6.5 to bin dry. 2 minutes 42 until half-time. Bin dry not managing to get the ball away just yet. And El Basha have got it back with Haiti Garros, looking better, drives that one toward the field, turns on the gas and tries to run past Faku. Faku says no, but he gets past Faku. And here we go, let's hear it for El Basha. It's in front of the goal. Oh no! They've lost it right in front of the goal there. They couldn't finish it off. They did all the hard work. And look at this, Kian Hall says, get it out of here. Right up over the halfway line. Look at this breakaway from Kian Hall, taking it all the way down the field. On Suspiro, he's got it there up onto the 30-yard line, but there's another white shirt. It's Rashid Bindrai. He takes a shot and slots it out to the right. Wow, well, lucky for El Basha in the end, but wow, bad luck. They couldn't get the ball over the line earlier on, but things are looking up for them. Definitely looking better here. They've got the ball here with Haiti Garros. He's dropped back to play at the back now, and now Williams comes in behind him. Looks like Solari got him on the right of that, but he's hit it straight back to Garros. Garros can't get away. And Facundo Kelly right up out of the saddle. He rides very beautifully. Facundo up, forward, out of the saddle. Taps that one to the left this time. 1 minute 10 seconds left of Chukka number 2. Wow, that horse of Kian Suspiro with a big white face. Man, that horse could run. Keep an eye out for that one. She might be tired now, though, which will be in the advantage for... Oh, look at that shot here for El Basha with Thomas Williams trying to run past. In here now, defense is Rashid Bindrai. He's going to stop and turn this one. That's a confident play from the owner of the team. He's got Solari up in front, but he's had it stolen by Aiti Garros. Aiti on his own tucks it under the horse's legs. Look at that play, clever play, wow. And he's back onto it as well, is he? Yes, still got it. Aiti's having to go back his own way. He's under some pressure, and the ball has popped out for Bintrai. Up at the front here with Solari, doesn't manage to hold on to it. Kian, though, picks it back up on Suspiro. Kian doesn't manage to make the most of that. No breakaway coming as Facundo Kelly puts it back into the zone, and the whistle, or the bell goes. 30 seconds left of this chukka with El Basha on the attack. Up onto the halfway line in front of the grandstand. Shot toward the middle from El Basha. Century Financial guests are there watching on the terrace. Bintrai have possession again with Suspiro and Kian Hall. And that will end the second chukka. And it's been all Bintrai so far. A couple of flashes of El Basha looking to get a goal. They got it in front of the goal mouth for a second there. But Bintrai have just been absolute powerhouses so far in this subsidiary final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial is the #1 choice of UAE investors. We'll be back in Polo Line TV in 5 minutes' time. Bintrai Polo on 6.5. El Basha yet to get off the mark.
No es mucha mentalidad, es venir a jugar, a tratar de jugar lo mejor posible y siempre tratar de divertirnos. Así que, está saliendo bien por ahora. Sí, obvio que Capture era bravísimo, habían ganado los otros 2 partidos, así que, la idea era un poco tratar de separar a los 2 profesionales que quedaran medio lejos entre ellos y después que nos salga un poco la jugada de pegarle, pero pegándole un poco. Bien, ya es el 4º año que vengo a jugar con AM, así que jugar con Pali siempre re divertido. Jugamos toda la vida juntos, así que buenísimo, muy bueno.
Just like weather, markets are unpredictable. Be ready to take on all market conditions. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going into the second half now of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. And it looks like a beautiful day up on the terrace there for the Century Financial guests. Century Financial, #1 choice of UAE investors. Bintrai versus El Basha. The Bintrai started with 1.5 goals, having a less handicapped side team. And then it was all Bintrai right from the start. They finished the first chukka 5.5 to 5. They just scored the one goal in the second chukka. So El Basha managed to fix a few things. They had a few chances as well. So the second chukka was very close indeed. We can see on our screens now El Basha with a coach, getting coached. And let's see Tommy Iriati if he can turn them around here. So here we go, coming back onto the field for chukker number 3. 2 more chukkers to go. El Pasha needing to score 7 unanswered goals to get in the lead. It has been done before. Right then, chukker number 3, second half about to get started. Just one player going back. We'll see how we're going to start this chukker. It seemed like they just ran out of time. So great to see everybody on the sideline here. Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club Academy. Let's hear it for the Mark and Harry, Lamia, and Laura. Nikki Mehta as well. Here we are, everybody on the side. Harry and Anna is here too. Welcome to everybody. Thank you very much for coming and supporting this big day here at the Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. One of the biggest days of the polo calendar in the UAE, sponsored by Century Financial, the #1 choice of investors in the UAE. Okay then. 6.5 goals to 0. Plenty of polo left. El Basha better have some super horses in the pony lines, because they're going to need something special to beat this bin dry team that have just been doing everything right. There's a nice pass up to the front. Hani Jabshe with a good backhand though to stop bin dry. Thomas Williams turns it for El Basha. Has a look to see who he's got to pass to. Tries to find Aiti Garros, but he's hit it a little bit too far, and Facundo Kelly doesn't get his big tail shot he wanted. No problem though. Again, it just seems like there's more bin dries. It's like a swarm of bees out there, the bin dry boys. They're just everywhere. And this is Facundo Kelly slipping past his man, going for a big under the neck shot, but he still comes back onto it. He's on a horse called Kateba, followed up by Kian Hall. Kian doesn't get past his man and has to flick it over the boards in the end. So El Basha will take a hit. Aiti Garros wasting no time, brings it in. Hasn't got time to waste. He's back on Hamas, the one he played in the first chukker. Aiti. Nice under the neck shot. Look, he's looking for Hani up at the front. That's a new tactic. We haven't seen that yet. Hani has to go over to the near side, but doesn't manage to get it. Well positioned though. That was a good tactic. Coming through with the ball is Aiti Garros, and let's hear it. El Basha are off the mark, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for them. Round of applause for El Basha, off the mark for the first time in the game. 6.5 goals to 1. Perhaps this is the start of the comeback. Let's see. A lot of work to do, but plenty of time to do it. Out of the line out though, straight away is Facundo Kelly. He's on a flyer as well. Breaking away up at the front. He's being hunted down by Aiti. Over to the near side under the neck. But it was blocked just about. What a strike though. See how Facundo Kelly sits up right up at the front of the saddle there. Gets right out of the saddle for that near side under the neck. Fantastic horseman. He went very quickly from 2 to 3 to 4 goals. Based in Switzerland in the summer, Dubai in the winters. Could be worse. Anyway, El Basha. As you can see, every player from El Basha is just getting hounded by a white shirt. Not just marked, but hounded. That's a good backhand coming in from Kian Hall. Running onto it is Solari as well. And they're straight back on the attack here, the Bindrai boys. He has a look behind to see how much time he's got. He's got a bit of time as well to check up and finish it off. Solari doesn't manage to do so. The backhand isn't cleared. And there's one more white shirt all on his own. Kian Hall comes in and slaps it through the goal to make it 7.5 to Bindrai. They just can't get a break, the El Basha boys. It's so hard playing against a team like this. The Bindrais just all over them, not giving them an inch, breathing down their necks, and then as soon as you give Bindrai an inch, they take a mile and get a goal. Absolute clinical. What a team. High class team. Three minutes, 8 seconds left of Chaka number 3. El Basha still in it. They got that goal, but it was answered pretty quick. Shout out to Ishak Dampadaru. Thank you very much for watching. Tuning in on Polo Line TV. Right then, after that goal, we'll start with a throw-in. Changing ends, of course, like we always do in between after goals. El Basha don't manage to hold on to that, and the boys in white are on the breakaway, but there's a big push right out to the sides from El Basha. He got the steal too, IET. Can't sneak it past the white team though. There's always just one more to stop them. This is Facundo Kelly. He'll turn it round left. They'll have to clear the way. They can't be standing in front of him. He's then able to leave that for Kian, who will try and loft one up to the front. Doesn't get it away. He's got another go at it, though. Taps it in toward the goal. He's going to try and charge through himself. Asking for the foul, but it's not coming. Opens up a backhand toward the goal. There's only one blue and white shirt and 3 white shirts. It's going to be another one. This is becoming a bit of a landslide. 8.5 goals to 1. Bindrai dominating this Century Financial UAE Polo Federation subsidiary final. Right, so back to the middle. Field is playing beautifully well after we've had all this polo, a lot of polo being played here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club, but the field is holding up exceptionally well. Well, Bindrai got the ball, they headed up toward the goal, and El Basha forced to foul. We'll move this one up to the next penalty spot. So the umpires put this down on the 60-yard penalty. Defended penalty, and Rashid takes it, hits it along the ground, and it's stopped and stolen, and El Basha now with the ball. El Basha, though, needing 8 unanswered goals to get in the lead. Bin Dry, of course, starting with that 1.5. They've got that penalty, so they'll move this up to the halfway line. That will help. Just got a player off his horse there. He'll come back and probably change horse. Just check that one up. So we'll have a look at some of the other ones. We've got Santos Solari. He's riding Sia. Facundo Kelly is riding Cumbia. Haiti Garros is back on Gary. For those of you on the far side watching polo for the first time, a little bit of polo history. Polo is the oldest team sport there is on record. We've been playing this game for over 2,000 years. Started in Persia, moved on from there to China, India, Pakistan. Play, says the umpire. Here we go then. Williams takes it from the halfway line, puts it up forward. White shirts are there in defense, but it's found Atigaros. He just goes one time this time into the middle. Saw his gap and took a shot, but goes out to the right. 1 minute left of chukka number 3. Out to the left. Bin Dry take it. Under a lot of pressure. They have lost it for the time being here as Haiti Garros gets the steal. Has a look to see what he can do. Waits. Hits it through. Oh, nice goal there. Wow, finished off by Thomas Williams, I think it was, in the end. Great finish. Superb pass from Haiti Garros into the middle. Thomas Williams there, the one to finish it off with a near side under the neck, more than 90 degrees, hitting it back through the goal, puts them on to 2 goals. And we're going to end chukka number 3 with El Basha scoring a goal. That's great, but they've got to do something special in the last. One more chukka left of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial, UAE's #1 choice for investors. Bin Dry on 8.5, El Basha on 2.
Of course, we reached the final. We're feeling amazing. Happy to be back on the horse. For me, it's a pleasure to be enjoy the team as a Abu Dhabi Polo team. We've been together with Mr. Fares many years. We are friends already. It's like a family. So every time I have to put the T-shirt of Abu Dhabi Polo team, I enjoy a lot. It's amazing. It's a team which we are building together with Fares many years ago, and to be part of the team is something which I never believed. But I enjoy every time I have to play with Abu Dhabi. Already I've been enjoying a lot, so nothing else I can ask, because everything what I'm focused and I did in my life I did already. So the only thing left is enjoy every day what I do it. I'm glad, and be part of Abu Dhabi Polo team is my dream, which came true many years ago. So nothing I can ask. Just enjoy my life day by day.
First time up to the front, up to Ali Maktoum. This is great polo from AM. Alia Al Maktoum does a good approach shot. Coming as we're underway. Dr. Peter and Tony Tonkvist here. Welcome to the game, guys. Here we go. El Basha looking for a comeback. Breaking away here in front of the goal. They've got a chance on the near side. This would be great if they get it. They do indeed. They've caught Bin Dry off the mark there, and they've got 2 goals in very quick succession at the end of the third, the beginning of the fourth. It's not over yet. El Basha are not going to give up. Of course, we've got the final after this game. We've got the final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. This is the subsidiary final, and Thomas Williams hits one high in the sky, but it's out to the right. But they've come out with a different attitude here. They've certainly had a good talk. They think they've got a chance, and they certainly do if they keep playing like this, El Basha. They need to score a goal a minute, but it's doable. Of course, they need 6 goals to get in the lead. Rashid Bin Dry takes it a little bit further, and he's followed up by Solari. Solari doesn't get the under the neck shot, so Rashid tucks in behind him. Gentleman there, one player dropped a stick, and the other one turns around to pick it up for him. The polo players, we are gentlemen. Nice shot across the field. As coming onto it now. Well, Solari thought he could come onto it, but Aiti Garros had the line, so he wasn't able to do so without crossing the line. He had to go over to the near side, play on the left side of his horse. So the umpire blew the whistle, and we'll get a hit for El Basha. Perfect pass up to Hani. Hani Jabshir with a nice shot down the ground as well. Turns on the gas here for El Basha. Let's hear it for Hani as he has a look. He's got a bit of room. This could be a great goal. Hani, it just goes underneath that one as the ball bounces up. Open backhand coming in from Rashid Bin Dry. Picked up and slapped forward by Kian. Thomas Williams turns around and plays an open backhand out to Aiti. Aiti drives on forward. Hani up at the front. Williams with a near side backhand. Not coming through the pack. And coming through again with the ball. Are the Bin Dry boys. They may have taken their foot off the gas a little bit here. Just careful not to foul and hold on to this one. They know they can't lose unless if they stay sensible and play clean polo. They can't lose from here. Hani now with a chance to put it in and get one closer. Takes a shot and gets it in. That's one back. That's what they needed. Hani Jabshir, the owner of El Basha, has got one on the board for in the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup subsidiary final with half a chukker left. El Basha coming back a little bit as Bin Dry take their foot off the gas, but they'll need to score 5 goals in 3 minutes. So a very warm welcome to everybody who's arriving on the field now, getting ready for the big final, the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. We've got people up on the bank on the far side there, under the Heineken tents and the kids' play area. We've got our VIP guests on the terrace, and our restaurant and terrace is open for the public as well. Our Century Financial guests are here, and then it's great to have all these tailgaters all the way down the side of the field, all the way down, packed 2 rows down, both here, all watching the game, bringing the picnics and the drinks to watch the game here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. Polo is very healthy here in Dubai. It's booming, in fact. And this is Hani Jabshe for El Basha, not managing to hold on to that one. Of course, if you want to learn the game of polo, here's the place to do it. Come and see us at the Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club Polo Academy. It doesn't matter if you can ride a horse, doesn't matter how old you are. Whether you're 6 years old or 60 years old, we'll teach you. And that's a great pass up for Hani up at the front. Can he get there before it rolls over the back line? Not quite. It just goes over the back. El Basha doing a good job to try and get back into this, but the clock is ticking with 2 minutes left. Bin Dry feel like they've done enough here, and they have. They came out here all guns blazing in the first chukker, ending the first chukker 5.5-0. And El Basha never really managing to come back here. They get a goal here, which will be nice for El Basha. Up to 5 goals now. 8.5 goals to 5. With 90 seconds of polo left. Bin Dry feeling pretty comfortable, I think. So, of course, I'll change ends and line up. You can pick who you guys want as the best player, the best horse as well. El Basha winning that with Hani Jabshe taking a shot from 80 yards out. Just goes out to the right. Bin Dry will bring the ball in with 40 seconds left of this game. They hit it up. The tempo has died down a bit here in the last chukker. We know the result with 30 seconds left. Hani Jabshe with a chance here to take it closer. Nice under the neck shot toward the goal. Is anyone there to pick it up? Solari says no, not today. And he opens up a backhand. Doesn't get away with it, though, Solari. Manages to pick it back up. Offside, near side, the young lad, Santos Solari. Young Argentine professional working for Bin Dry. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Let's hear it. Round of applause for both teams. Congratulations. They put on a great show of horsemanship and teamwork. Beautiful polo from both teams, but you've got to give it to Bin Dry, who were the powerhouse of the day. They're going to lift the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup subsidiary final later on in the presentations up on the terrace on the red carpet there. Don't miss that. Congratulations to Bin Dry Polo Team. They're the more established polo team out there, and they asserted their dominance. A young team of young lions out there just put on the pressure. They fought like crazy right from the start, and they got up early. They held that lead for the entire game. They were even able to relax and cruise home to a victory in the end. Shout out to Miguel Perez. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching on Facebook. There we can see with Bin Dry. Well, they got that 5.5 goals to 0 after the first chukker. From then on, it was going to be very, very hard for El Basha. The second chukker, well, That also went Bin Dry's way, so they ended up the first half 6.5 goals to 0, and El Basha had an absolute mountain to climb, and Bin Dry made sure they held on to the lead throughout. They scored another 2 goals in the third. El Basha starting to bring it back, and then in the last chucker, Bin Dry really taking their foot off the gas. El Basha making a valiant effort to come back, but not managing to do so. Game ended 8.5 goals to 5. Here on Polo Line TV, we'll have a look at some of those goals, and this was the early one scored by Kian Hall, charging through like a wrecking ball to get them off the mark. In fact, they started with 1.5 goals. They didn't need that at all. They went on to score a whole load more. Facundo Kelly, getting his one there in the first chucker. They just powered on. There was just no stopping them. El Basha coming back a little bit in the second half, but really after those first 2 chuckers, it was all over, really. They weren't going to come back. There was a nice tidy little goal from Bin Dry. So a strong game for them. They only lost 1 game in their campaign. That was the very first game they played against a very strong Habtoor, and even that game went right down to the wire, and they just missed out by the 1 goal. After that, Bin Dry won every game after. So deserving winners of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Subsidiary Cup. We'll have a look at the stats. Both teams scoring 5 field goals. Both teams winning 7 throw-ins. That's an interesting statistic. I presume El Basha won more throw-ins in the second half, while Bin Dry took their foot off the gas. Not many fouls in the whole game, which is quite nice. 5 fouls from Bin Dry and 6 from El Basha. Again, it was early on that happened. Penalties. Bin Dry scored 2 out of their 4. And that was all the penalties, no corners or yellow cards. It was a wonderful game of polo, but Bin Dry dominated throughout. Do stay tuned, because we're going to have the final of the UAE Polo Federation Cup, sponsored by Century Financial, coming very soon. So the final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. The big moment, the main event, what we've been working for 2 weeks. It's all come down to 2 teams. That is Abu Dhabi versus AM Polo. We'll be playing that at 4 o'clock UAE time. Do tune in for that big one, the final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup.